Hey there, Heather Ho, there's Jeff Cardano. Welcome you to another time travel tennis tournament. We're doing Wednesday action. The men are in Florencia, or Fiorentina, if you will, 1 week before the French Open, which will have coverage from Monday to Sunday. The ladies are in Toronto. I'm in Toronto. Toronto before they head to Houston, then Long Island, then US Open. Now, the ladies were supposed to have a 56-person tournament and the men 32, but I made it fairness, so the men and women start Wednesday. And besides, I could have an extra day. And yesterday was the Kitchener Rangers parade. So anyway, so off camera, recorded I simulated the matchups before the round of 32. So the top 8 seeds all got buys into the next round. Just to let you know that only one person, Martina Navratilova, is not in Toronto because she won last week in Los Angeles. So she's actually out for Toronto, Houston, Long Island, and Salt Lake City, the tour events. The US Open is a major, Grand Slam. Everyone plays the Grand Slam. So that means no boots. Yeah, Suzanne Langlois, Steffi Graf, and Chris Evert all were out last tournament because they had to serve tour suspensions, if quote unquote suspensions, but in the end, they're back. So 3 great ladies back. So here are the matches that were done. Dorfing Round beat Caroline Wozniacki 6-4, 6-3. Tracy Austin beat Skivoni 6-3, 6-3. The 13th seed Lindsay Davenport beat Patty Schneider in straights. The 9th seed Dorothea Chambers, the Wimbledon finalist, won the first set against Turner Bowery, who I think played her in the semifinals. Or something. No, that was the French Open. Turner Bowery making the finals. So the French Open finalist against the Wimbledon finalist, and French Open won 7-6, 6-2. Pauline Betts beats Louise Brawl, so it's Turner Bowery versus Betts, Everett versus Round, Austin versus Davenport. Bueno gets by. She'll face Pliskova, who beats Sabalenka in straight sets. I know in real life the WTA and ATP banned the Russian and Belarusian flag. But unfortunately, this game is not political, and I didn't want to be political. So I just basically said, well, we'll just let things happen. Suzanne Langlois will face Sharapova, who beat Svitolina in 3 sets. Unfortunately, Russia beating Ukraine yet. Virgil Fernandez beats Panetta after losing the first set, won the next 2. And the 15th seed Billie Jean King won the first set against Iga Swiatek, but Iga wins. And of course, this is Iga in 2020, before she was a powerhouse. So Iga will face Mary Jo Fernandez. Serena shocked Hingis in straight sets, and Virginia Wade did the same to Sarah Arani. Margaret Smith Court, the 5 seed, had a bye. She'll face Osaka-san, who beats Ann Jones Nanako 7-5, 7-5. The 2 seed Steffi Graf back from back from suspension, quote unquote suspension, will face Renee Sherman, who beat Jeannie Bouchard 6-4, 6-4. Andreescu, the 16th seed, lost to Osborne Dupont, and Sam Stosur beat Azarenka in 3 sets. So Stosur, Osborne Dupont, and Canadian fans are probably just giving their tickets away. The 10 seed Shuzine in, because she's not top 8, she had to face a competitor, and that was Ivan Mioli, beat her in straights. Kenin beats Yankovic in straight sets, so Kenin will face Heaney. Hey, they rhymed. The 7 seed fellow was Moody, had to buy. She'll face Goolagong, who was a Wimbledon semifinalist, beating Angelique Kerber in 3. Molinari, the 4 seed, will face Simona Halep, who beat the Polska Angie Ruanska in 3 sets. Venus Williams, the 14th seed, lost to Athena Gibson, the Spider Lady, and Muguruza beat her fellow Spaniard in straight sets. The 12th seed Monica Seles takes on Sloane Stevens and beat her straights. Maliva from Bulgaria beat Katetova in straights. And Kathy Jordan with a massive upset on Kim Clijsters. So we have a lot of matchups. We technically just simulate the battles of the unseeded. There's 3 unseeded matchups on the left and 2 on the right. Turner Bowery Betts, we autoplay, and it was Turner Bowery who will move on to the Sweet 16, being Pauline Betts in 3. She'll face either Pliskova or Bueno. We'll worry about that later. Iga beat Mary Jo in 3 sets. So Iga Swiatek in this round 16. My sister-in-law, assuming she watches my stuff, will be happy. She's a Polish descent. And finally, on the left side, Serena beats Virginia Wade. Virginia, known in Canadian circles for being color commentator on the WTA broadcast in both Toronto and Montreal. She loses, so Serena is moving on. She'll face either Osaka or Smith Court. On the right side, Muguruza beats the Spider Lady Athena Gibson in 3 sets, so she'll face either Halp or Mallory. And the other matchup, unseeded matchup, Osborne DuPont, big win over Stolzer. So she has. So we will. We will start with Mola Mallory against Simona Halep. Mallory has had 2 straight wins over Halep. None of these girls have had a title. Halep lost to Mallory in San Diego and in Wimbledon. Since that matchup, she beat Osborne DuPont, losing to Sloan and Lyle. She beat Angie Rawanska to move on. Mola Mallory, the 4 seed, she had a bye in the tournament. Quarterfinals in Palm Beach, losing to Everett. Semis in Hilton, losing to Steffi Graf. Semis in San Diego, losing to Martina. Quarters in Taranto, Italy, losing to Lindsay Davenport. Quarters in Berlin, losing to Everett. Quarters in Lugano, losing to Sanchez Vicario. Semis in Eastbourne, losing to Langlong. Got to the quarters in Wimbledon, lost to Chambers. Quarters in Indy, losing to Dorothy Round. And last week, she did make the semifinals, beating Ronnie Round and Sanchez Vicario, but Martina freaking beat her.
Quiet, please. Mallory to serve. First game. Play. 15 love.
170 on the gun.
Out.
Hard court, where it's more likely to get aces. On the run. Nice winner.
30, 40.
40.
Deuce.
First deuce. Boom. Ace.
Advantage. Halep.
Ooh. Nice shot. She saw it. In more ways than one.
Game. Halep. 5 games all. First set.
Touch shot.
15 love.
Double.
Game and first set. Mallory. 7 games to 6.
Tough luck for Mallory. For Halep.
Out. Deuce.
Mallory had set point, match point on her racket, but couldn't fail.
Advantage. Mallory. Deuce. Advantage. Mallory. Out. Game, set, and match. Mallory.
So Mallory
2 sets to love. 7-6. 6-4.
Big win for Mallory. She will now take on Muguruza at the Battle of the M's. Next up, the 13 seed Lindsay Davenport against Tracy Austin. Tracy does have a title to her name, and she does do the commentator for the games, the tournaments in Toronto, Montreal through Sportsnet. Her tournament win was in Amelia Island, beating Sharapova, Mallory, Langlong, Graf, and Everett. That was a long ass time ago. She was the only American not to win a title that is not named Everett or Navratilova. So yeah, that was a long ass time ago. That was week number 4. We're in week 17? Yeah, 17. So 13 weeks ago. Since then, she got to the quarters in Berlin, losing to Henny. Semis in Indy 2 weeks ago. Suffered the first round, lost to Dorothy Round, and beat Schifoni to move on. Davenport, the 13th seed. 18 and 16, not much. Semis in Italy, losing to Everett. Semis in Barcelona, losing to Hingis. Quarters in Birmingham, losing to Betts. Semis in the Wimbledon, losing to Martina. And she lost to Martina at Manhattan to beat Los Angeles, the first one for. She beat Patty Schneider to get this far.
Quiet, please. Austin to serve. First game.
Austin will win.
Play.
Well, she's a fan favorite.
15 love.
High to the right.
Out.
Yep.
30 love.
Tracy Austin knows what to do. Well, she did start.
40-15,
Davenport still has a chance to win on her serve.
40-30, deuce,
Wow, she was up 40 love.
advantage, Davenport, out, deuce,
Double full. Boom.
advantage, Davenport. Game and first set, Davenport, 6-4.
I do the body. Didn't work. No.
Love 15,
Nice fall. Nice volley. Nice volley.
out. Game, set and match, Davenport, 2 sets to love, 6-4, 7-6.
No, Davenport wins, so she will face somebody later. Next up, we go to the 10 seed Shushin Anan versus Sophia Kinney, who from the Modern Legends. Kinney, the 10 seed, she does have a title under her name. Kinney, 5-10. Has not beaten anyone. She's had 4 tournaments. She's beaten somebody, but has lost the next round. She beat Yankovic, so Kinney will try to buck the trend. Shushin Anan has a title under her name. Week 2, she beat Connolly, Halep, Swift Court, Sells, and Betts. Since then, she got to the semis in Berlin, losing to Mo Connolly. And that's it. That's all the quarterfinals she's been in. She beat Maioli yesterday. Well, she lost to Spitalina in the first round in Indy.
Quiet plays, NN to serve,
They say
first
Kinnan will
game,
be Kinnan.
play,
That's to be debated. Court.
15 love,
Hello. Goodbye.
game and first set, NN, 6-1.
I'm just looking for my Q-tips. Hi there. Take a Q-tip.
Love 15,
Right.
game and second set,
Third
Kenin,
set. First
6-3, 1 set all,
TV matches that we see it. Right.
out. Deuce, out.
Very Canadian yet.
Advantage, NN, out. Game, set and match, NN, 2 sets to 1, 6-1, 3-6, 6-2.
So Bahini, she'll take on the Wolfsbooty or Gulagon. Maria Bueno, the 8th seed, gets Pliskova, who's 6-12 this year. Bueno's one match under 500. She did win twice at Palm Beach, beating Sabalenka at Davenport, but lost to Chris Everett. That's the only time she. Well, sorry, Eastbourne she beat Shea and Henning before losing to Mo. She had a 5-match losing streak before beating Sabalenka. Bueno. Maria Bueno has top 10, but she hasn't had much left. Quarterfinals in varsity losing to Lang Long. Quarters in Paris losing to Everett. Quarters in Birmingham losing to Martina. So other than that, she hasn't done much. She hasn't been to a semifinal, and she's a top 10 player. That's kind of awkward. She had a bye. I know she ranked ninth, but she got an 8 seed because the one woman who is in there above her is Martina.
Quiet please.
So
Pliskova to serve.
will send
First
Elena
game.
packing.
Play.
We shall see. Wow.
15 love.
Wow, Pliskova did her job.
$30-40.
Can she save her bacon? Because there is
Out. Deuce.
Where's the
Out. Advantage. Pliskova. Game. Pliskova. Bueno leads 5 games to 4. First set. $15 love. Game and first set. Bueno 6 games to 4. Out. 40-30. Game, set and match. Bueno 2 sets to love. 6-4. 6-2.
So Bueno now faces Turner Brower in the round of 16. Now we go with Steffi, take you on Sherman from South Africa, who's 1-2. Graf has 2 titles under her belt. Sherman didn't automatically go to the Grand Slam. She actually was given a shot at the Canadian Open against Jeannie Bouchard and beat her, and lots of boos. But there's Steffi. 2 titles to her name. She lost the final at Hilton Head to Martina. She won in Italy, beating Kerber, Schivoni, Osmar Dupont, Manglan, and Everett, basically beating opponent up the rank ladder. She won in Austria, beating Panatta and Andreescu round Kleisters and Sharapova, so a little bit easier. She had to lose 2 weeks, of course, because of the whole way it goes.
Quiet please. Graf to serve. First game.
She is
Play.
actually popular in Canada, I'll be honest with you. I remember that. 15.
Game and first set. Sherman.
Wow.
6 games to 4.
This could be an upside.
Out.
Oh.
15 love.
Like, she's gonna.
Out. Deuce.
Sherman had match point on her racket.
Advantage. Sherman.
She can't
Out.
do it. Oh.
Out.
No.
Deuce.
Second chance to knock her out.
Out. Advantage. Sherman.
She got
Game,
her.
set, and match. Sherman.
She got her.
2 sets to love. 6-4. 6-4.
Cinderella lives in T-Dot. Renee Sherman has pulled the rabbit out of her hat 6-4, 6-4, and will face Osborne DuPont for a quarterfinal spot. Osborne DuPont, of course, is booed because she beat the other Canadian Andrescu. So both those ladies beating Canadians. Who do you cheer for? Maybe Sherman. I don't know. We're gonna go with a couple of upsets, right? So because of the massive upset, we're gonna simulate the right side of the bracket. Rose Moody does beat Gulagon to face Henin, so that's a big matchup, 7-10. Celis beats Maliva, and Kathy Jordan with a massive upset. She's known as a doubles player, but she has now won 2 matches. She will face Monica in the round of 16, but she beats Mo Connolly. That's a shock. 4 seats remain on the right. 2 have to face each other. No. And Suzanne Langron's next. She'll face off against Sharapova. Sharapova does have a win against her. Yeah. Against Sharapova. She beat Sharapova at Eastbourne to get to the finals, losing to Everett. She lost to Sharapova at Wimbledon, which sucked. She won in Indy, beating Bencic, Yankovic, Hingis, Austin, and Connolly. Good matchup for her. She, of course, lost 1 week because of her win. So she's back this week. She'll face Sharapova. Sharapova 1-1, 15-16 overall. Sharapova got to the quarters in Barcy, losing to Halep. Got to the finals in Austria, beating Halep, Mallory, Venus, and Chambers, but lost to Graf, who just tumbled out. She beat Spitalina to move on.
Quiet, please. Lenglen to serve. First game.
Well,
Play.
Steffi Graf back after losing a few weeks because of her victories. Oh, that loss. Can Langlan avoid that mistake?
15, love.
Nice overhand.
Deuce.
Langlan had match point on her racket. Set point.
Out.
Donut.
Advantage. Sharapova.
Nice ace.
Game. Sharapova. 5 games all.
Finish
First
the
set.
job. Fine. It's okay. More money.
Out. 15, love.
Nice shot.
Game and first set. Lenglen. 7 games to 6.
Tough set. Man, some tough matches.
Game, set, and match. Lenglen.
Sharapova
2
forced
sets
her
to
to a
love.
pair tiebreak.
7-6.
It wasn't easy for Langlan.
7-6.
Should be more popular in Canada if it was in Montreal. So Langlan will face the youngster Iga in the round of 16. 2 more matches. Smith Court goes first against Osaka-san, who is 5-15, still ranked 29th because of her power ranking. Swift Court is number 5, but she has not had a title. Osaka-san 5-15. She beat Kenin in Palm Beach, losing to Henin. She beat Davenport and Lugano, in Switzerland, losing to Chambers. She beat Winningstall at the French Open, losing to Henin. She beat Chambers, losing to Sanchez Vicario in Los Angeles last week, and she beat Ann Jones. So now Osaka will be trying to string 2 wins together. Margaret Smith Court, quarters in Orlando, losing to Henin. Quarters in Amelia, losing to Clijsters. Quarters in San Diego, losing to Mo Connolly. Quarters in Lugano, losing to Chambers. Semis in Birmingham, losing to Betts. Quarters in Wimbledon, losing to Martina. She got to the finals last week, beating Billie Jean, Venus, Brow, and Sloane during the American quintuple, but Martina tried to beat 5 Americans, but Martina beat her. So I was like, fuck.
Quiet, please. Smith Court to
But
serve.
Smith Court
First
will
game.
continue Osaka's
Play.
streak of winning one match and then can't win the other one.
Love 15.
I know. Gotta calm down with her serve.
Deuce.
Lloyd's, what's the point? No.
Advantage. Smith Court. Deuce.
Osaka says not so
Out.
fast.
Advantage. Smith Court. Out.
I know, we're getting close to the 30-minute mark anyway.
Game and first set. Smith Court. 6 games to 4. Six 4. Smith Court. Six 5. Smith Court. Game, set and match. Smith Court. 2 sets to love. 6 4. 7 6.
Anyway, 6-4, 7-6. Margaret Smith Court wins. She'll face Serena, and Osaka keeps losing. And Chris Evert, the 1 seed, 4 tournaments. She'll face Dorothy Round, who she's 38-6. To put that in context, she's won 6.3 matches. For every loss, she's won 6.3 matches. She's only lost 6 times. She won the first week in Palm Beach, beating Maddie Keys, Pliskova, Mallory, Wills Mooney, Lang Lam. Got to the semis in Hilton Head after the 1 week off, losing to Navratilova. Lost the finals to Tracy in Amelia Island. Lost the semis to San Diego. Lost the final in Italy to Steffi Graf. Went to Barcelona, lost the quarters to Hingis. Then she won Germany, beating Mertens, Ivanovic, Mallory, Sells, and Connolly. 2 weeks off, she went to the French Open. Beat Sina, Round, Sanchez, Vicario, Bueno, Ivanovic, and Turner Browery. Now, that didn't really count towards the suspension because technically she was... It's a Grand Slam. She was allowed to come back after Eastbourne, Edge, beating Austin, Sharapova, Connolly, Chambers, and Langlan. Went to Wimbledon and shockingly lost to Goolagong. That's actually her last tournament because she's had to serve for a 3-week boot. 14, 15, 16. Right. Dorothy Round has been victimized by Miss Evert. That was second. That was at France Open round of 32. Other than that, she got to the quarters in Austria, losing the Graf. 2 weeks ago in Indy, she got to the semis, beating Andreescu, Salas, Bueno, and Mallory. That was big, but lost to Mo Connolly. Didn't do well, lost to Mallory in Manhattan Beach, and beat Waz to get here.
Quiet, please. Round
And
to
the money was
serve.
on
First
Round to
game.
pull off an upset.
Play.
Well, Steffi Graf could go down. I can't Everett
Out.
And Everett does
15,
not have to
love.
deal with Martina for 4 weeks. Let's see what she does against the world.
40 15.
Really? Wow.
Game and first set. Round. 6
Wow.
games to 1.
Dorothy Round, 6-1. Are we going to see another upset? Approach the bench.
Love.
Nice rally.
Deuce.
Oh, wow. Avoids the match point.
Out. Advantage. Evert. Out.
Did you do it?
Game. Evert. round leads 5 games to 4, second set.
Everett will. Round can still win on her serve.
Out! 15 love. 30 love. 30-15. Out! Out! 40-15. Out! 40-30. Deuce. Advantage, round. Out! Deuce. Advantage, round. Game, set and match, round. 2 sets to love. 6-1.
Holy
6-4.
fuck. I don't believe it. I can't believe that Chris Everett and Steffi Graf lost on the same day. You don't see that. And the other lady who came back from the long sojourn, Langlong, actually won. Dorothy Round will now face Davenport in the round of 16. Unfucking real. 8 seeds. 8 seed players elect. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13. There actually is no. Oh, sorry. There's one unseeded matchup between Osborne, DuPont, and Sherman. So one of those ladies will make the quarterfinals on Friday. And we'll have to face Wills Moody or Henning, but you meet the quarterfinals. Wow. I didn't see that coming. Yeah, the 4 matches on the left side, 1 seeded player against an unseeded player. That's freaking amazing. And this is the ladies' tournament. Well, let's go to the boys. We're in Italia for the Torneo Internacional 32 members. We will simulate the non-seeded matchups. So first, Sheriff beats Emerson 6-3, 3-6, 6-4. Sheriff has won a tournament before this year. Agassi beats Isner 7-6, 7-6. Isner couldn't do his aces because they're on clay. Condors beats Andy Murray 7-6, 7-6. It was not easy. Super Brat beats Newcomb in 3 sets to move on. Bertusto Gu beat Bertolucci, the only Italian player, 6-3, 6-2, getting a massive boo in the process. Kevin Anderson, big win over Stefan Edberg, 6-4 in the 3rd set. Chilich, big win over Cochet in 3 sets. And finally, Bobby Rakes beats Lando 6-4 in the 3rd set to move on to the round of 16. So now let's go to Novak Djokovic. He'll face Pancho Gonzalez. Both these guys are 1-1. Novak is ranked 6. Pancho is unseeded. But Pancho Gonzalez has a title, whereas Novak does not. Novak lost to Pancho in the semifinals in Delray Beach, and I think that's when Pancho beat Sampras. That's right. Pancho won the final week 3. Losing to Pancho, he would get revenge on Pancho Gonzalez in Bari before losing the quarters to Rafa. Hasn't been to the quarterfinals in a while. Last week in Madrid, he lost to the eventual champion Rene Lacoste in the round of 32. Pancho Gonzalez 1-1. He did win at the Players. Trebert, Vines, Edberg, and Djokovic. Before losing the first 2 sets of Sampras, it was like, fuck. And then he wins the next 3. It was like, what the fuck? Pancho since then has not been to a quarterfinal or anything. He lost to Isner last week in Spain. So, anyways.
Quiet, please. Djokovic to serve. First game.
Have Pancho.
Play.
For we'll see on the clay courts. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that there's no Lacoste because he won the tournament last week. Well, he's won 2, so Lacoste is out for this tournament and London North. The French Open, he has to compete because it's a Grand Slam everyone plays. No Rafa Nadal. He had a 3-week sojourn. He missed the Italian Open. He missed Madrid, and now he's missing Florence. Other than that, he'll be back for the Grand Slam, and he'll be back to tour action in London North.
Out. 15, love.
68.
Out. Out. Game and first set, Djokovic. 6 games to 2.
Well, he's gotta be raged.
Out.
He lost the first set to no.
Game, set, and match, Djokovic.
Well,
2 sets to love.
6-3.
6-2.
He
6-3.
wants to win a tournament. Novak will face Kevin Anderson, a big server. Don Budge goes next to 4 seed against Guillermo Filas. Budge does not have a title despite being number 5 overall. Filas got to the finals in Bari, beating Laver. Yeah, beating Laver, that's huge. And then beats Riggs, Sheriff, and Team, but freaking lost to the 1 seed, Rafa Nadal, the one that counts the most. He got to the quarters last week, beating Connors and Orantes, but Ken Rosewall fucked him up. Donny Budge, how's he done? Quarters in week 1, losing to Sampras. Got to the finals in the Quinta. Being Del Potro, Mac, Emerson, even Rafa Nadal, 7-5-7-6, losing to Sampras. Semi-final loss in Monte Carlo to Laver. Got to the finals in Vegas, 64 people. They all had to play. He beat Perry, Vines, Lendo, Nishikori, and then beat Laver, but lost to Lacoste, who has won semifinals in Long Island, losing to Federer. Last week, he lost to Orantes quickly.
Quiet plays, Budge to serve. First game. Play.
See if Don Budge can pull one out of the hat. Let's have to do something. There's
15, 40. Game and first set, Budge. 6 games to 4.
So Don Budge won the first set.
Out. Love 15. Game and second set, Vilas. 6 games to 2. 1 set all. Love 15. $40, $30.
Set.
Out. Deuce.
Lewis had a chance to win the match.
Out. Advantage, Vilas. Deuce.
Time.
Out. Advantage, Vilas. Deuce. Out. Advantage, Vilas. Game, set, and match, Vilas.
Don Budge
2 sets
take it
to
out
1.
in 2 hours, 20 minutes.
4-6.
Big win for Filas.
6-2.
Don Budge is like,
6-4.
what the frig? Guillermo Cachi. So he'll face Marin Cilic in the round of 16. One of those guys will get in. He is number 4. So Ken Rosewall, the 8 seed, loses. JC Ferraro. Gigantic win over Rosewall, 6-love, 6-2. So Ferraro will face Riggs in the round of 16. Boy, Ken Rosewell was on a hot. Let's go to Tilden. Bill Tilden against Dominic Thiem, who has actually had some great runs. Tilden does have a title. There's Radic, snake, Radic. Radic, snake, Radic. Quarterfinals in Belgium losing to Edberg. Semis in Bari losing to Villas. Quarters in Las Vegas losing to Lacoste. Quarters in Hamburg losing to Borg. Last week he beat Federer and Santana. Big win over Federer, but lost to Lacoste. Yeah, Lacoste beat Thiem twice and on way to a title. Tilden, Big Bill Tilden, I think he was the first winner. He was. He beat Nastase, Agassi, Mack, and Lever, but lost the first 2 sets to Sampras. Since then, quarters in Naquita to Federer, losing quarters in Houston losing to Federer, semis in Nice losing to Nishikori Son, and well, he beat Boyev losing to Murray in Madrid.
Quiet please. Tilden to serve. First game. Play.
And Tilden win.
Out.
I feel the call.
Out. Game and first set. Tilden.
Tilden wins the set.
6 games to 3.
6-3. Touch foul it.
15 love.
That's what you do.
30 40.
Still have to do a lot more.
Out.
Out.
Deuce.
Seems like, damn it. I have to set 1 against Tilden.
Advantage. Tilden. Out. Out. Deuce. Advantage. Thiem. Deuce. Advantage. Tilden. Out. Game. Tilden. Thiem leads 5 games to 3. Second set. Out. 15 love. Out. Game and second set. Thiem. 6 games to 3. 1 set all.
3, Jeffrey.
Out. Game, set and match. Thiem. 2 sets to 1. 3-6.
He was the week 1 winner,
6-3.
nothing.
6-3.
The team with the gigantic win. He'll face Johnny Mack in the next round. What's our time? 43 minutes. Okay, we'll simulate. Well, Borg will simulate, and he beats Nastase. So Borg Agassi. That's a good matchup. And Sampras falls 7-6, 6-4. Nishikori will face Connors. Wow, Sampras goes down hard. That's not good. Yeah, the 45-minute time limit. Federer, he beats Courier. Good win for him. He'll face Bautista Agut. And Rod Laver loses. Are you kidding me? Laver goes through like the 3 weeks off, and he loses to Mats Wilander 6-4 in the third set. So it's Wilander Sheriff. Well, there's only 3 of the top 8 seeds, and it's 2, 5, and 6. Laver goes down. Can you believe it? Laver comes back from a sojourn, and he loses. Grosjean was too low seated to even get a chance to go to Florence, so he technically is out of luck. And Rod Laver alongside Steffi Graf and Chris Evert come back from Sojourns and they lose. Losing builds character, but on the left side of the bracket, you only have Bjorn Borg, who could do something on the left side. You have Wielander Sheriff, Nishikori Connors, and McEnroe team. On the right side, you have Djokovic and Federer, and they might meet each other in the quarterfinals. Ferrero Riggs and Chilich Filas. So basically, the left side of the bracket's going to have a lot of matchups that are simulated just for the heck of it. Really, I kid you not. Anyway, I'm just diving to do.